first guy I want to talk about is none other than former Texans edge rusher J.J. Watt. Now, he was recently released by the Texans because, they're not going to trade Deshaun Watson, even though they'll get like 3 first-round picks and some really good defensive talent and a quarterback, because why would they do that? But hey, let's just cut J.J. Watt. Let's just cut him and not even
The
trade him.
Texans are an absolute dumpster fire.
Like,
I mean, they're horrible. Just a horrible franchise, horrible run organization.
even with everything going
horrible
on in
hires
Texas right now, with
offseason.
how cold it is, the Texans could still light a fire in the blizzard. That's how just abysmal they are. But Alex, the first statement I want to present to you is that J.J. Watt will return home and join the Green Bay Packers this offseason.
Negative, sir. This is going to be a sell for me. I think he's going to go to the Bears, actually.
The Bears.
I think he's going to
Oh,
go to the Bears.
oh.
I think he, at some point, so here's what I'm going to say about J.J. Watt's life. He's
Mhm.
been the star of Houston. He's been the star of commercials,
Literally the
of
greatest person to ever happen to that franchise.
yeah, and you
On
know
and off the
one thing,
field.
one thing I don't think he's been nailing. I don't think he's been, and this isn't JJ's fault. This isn't something that he's done. It's something that indirectly just kind of happens with professional athletes at this kind of level with this kind of time dedication. I don't think he's been the best husband. I really don't. And I think what's going to draw him as his career gets to the twilight stages, I think he's going to want to make a sacrifice that benefits his wife. His wife is a professional soccer player that
Hmm.
plays in
Damn good one, too.
Chicago. He's going to go to a big city. He's going to go to a huge market. He's going to have so many collaboration opportunities with advertisers and huge media companies. He's going to be close enough to his home. It's not that far of a drive. He's going to live 3-4 hours from his home. He's going to get to go to an organization that already has a great defense and a great defensive line. You put Khalil Mack and J.J. Watt together, would have been, all pros 4 years ago, but they're just going to have to settle for what they are now. But you put
2
J.J.
Pro
Watt in
Bowlers instead.
yeah, that little downgrade there, but I think he's going to go to the Bears. So I'm going to sell that statement and buy that J.J. Watt needs to be a better husband.
Wow, that's one hell of a way to analyze the game of football, Alex. So, I do like that point because personal lives, like or not, agree or disagree, personal lives do play a role in where these guys go. 100%.
Especially guys that are established. I think
Yeah.
they have the leeway to be able to do something
Yeah.
more.
And it's weird because if we want to talk personal, he's a Green Bay guy. He's a Wisconsin guy. I don't think he goes against that kind of Wisconsinite in him. I don't think he joins the enemy with that. But at the same time,
He's
I
been in Houston for 10 years, 12
don't
years.
matter. We all know where we're born. It's all about the roots. He
Like
went
a
to
third
the
of his
University of
life, though.
Wisconsin. What did Texas do for him? Let's talk about. Although I love the idea of him being with Green Bay, that makes that defense so much incredibly better, and it makes him really a way bigger contender in Super Bowl. I would love the idea of him going to Pittsburgh and completing the holy trinity of Watt brothers over there. That would be just really damn cool to see. But I don't think the Steelers had the cap space necessary for that, especially with Bud Dupree being a free agent and all that fun stuff. Where I see J.J. Watt going, I see him going to a contender, and I see him going to a team that also is a little lackluster on defense at times, but has a great offense. It's another B word. I thought you were going to say this team, because he's going to the Buffalo Bills, and the Buffalo Bills will win the Super Bowl with J.J. Watt on their team.
Wow.
I
That is
love that
Dude, that is the
defense.
first statement of buy or sell of 2021 season. That is a start, my friend.
Hey,
I
I
mean,
like the Bears because the Bears haven't really been talked about much, so I do like the Bears. I was kind of worried when you said, but I thought you were going to steal my thunder. I was like, oh man, am I just going to have to agree with this guy? Damn it. The first statement by yourself, I'm
you
just
don't
going
want
to
to do
agree
that.
with him. No, I'm glad. Khalil Mack and J.J. Watt would be fantastic. But also, that defense and that secondary unit's
JJ
already good.
Watt, the Buffalo fan base would love JJ
He's
Watt.
such a Buffalo guy. I
He's a
feel like
Buffalo
he's a
guy.
Buffalo guy, or at least a Bills Mafia kind of guy.
I feel like Chicago is like over the years has gotten almost soft. Like their defense just, or I think it's just the Mitch Trubisky effect. Their offense is just
Or
soft.
the Matt Nagy effect, or both.
Yeah, yeah. Matt Nagy doesn't help either for sure. I mean, you go from like, I
Can
know.
we
I,
call
I
it
just
Nag
remember
Biscuit?
like
The
you
Nag
remember looking on
Biscuit
the side.
effect.
You remember looking on the sidelines a couple years ago and seeing Mark Trestman and his
Uh,
really thick glasses on the sideline trying to read his play sheet. That just something about like watching that and just that image kind of like burned in my head. I just cannot go back to the Bears being like this intimidating force
you
that you
remember
don't
the
want to
'85
play.
Bears and you remember the Bears versus Colts and those kinds of stuff. Remember, my still favorite Bears player of all time is going to be Devin Hester, but even he brought fear into teams. But when you play the Bears now, you just see it's the Bears.
I mean, those Rex Grossman led Bears teams with Peanut Tillman
Jay
back there.
Cutler, hell
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, those teams were nasty. You had Brandon Marshall, Matt
Brandon
Forte.
Marshall
Oh,
was good. Then Danny
now they're
Trevathan
just
after
soft.
now he went to the Bears after. Yeah, no, now I just don't like them.